Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Good to see you again. We've got Enel versus Captain Kidd, and this is going to be Tommy playing on the left side as well as Arnell playing Kidd on the right side. We all just happened to be at one of the first anniversary tournaments, and we were just playing some games, and they were getting a match in, and they were like, "Yeah, record it, let's get it." So we got some cool matches. This is going to be two matches of Enel versus two different green decks, and we've got Film Kidd as well as, I believe, a Kuro list. Using a lot of that OPO3 engine, but some other stuff as well. But Shura coming down on turn 1 does pick up the I believe it was Amaru, the event right there. And now 5k swing does get Satori onto the board, and then just hard playing Nami, no effect to start us off. But Satori is going to just swing 5 into life, and he will just take that pretty easily. Another 5 to life with leader does get taken as well, and now Ohm is going to go digging, ends up finding Holly at the very bottom, and gets to play Holly for free, which is very nice. We love to see that. So great start for Enel, getting a lot of board control, and Nami is going to get a little search in. Does counter out with Sanji right there though, and I'm not sure if he's going to be able to find a card that is going to be extremely useful here, but you can always just find some counter power, as well as 4k stat line. Zoro here, can't complain about that. And 5 into Satori does get countered out with Beji as well, so he can play the Zoro that he just searched, and that is what is going to happen. We got a lot of 5k bodies on the board though. Ohm isn't buffed up to 6 just yet because Tommy is at 3 life and needs to be at 2 for Ohm to get that buff. But we'll see a 7k into Nami. No active Dawn, so no like Punk Gibson shenanigans here. Looks as though Nami is going to get countered out though. Scratch Mana Poo as well as a Brook. He does have plenty of cards in hand if he does want to really try and save this, but yeah, just going to let it go on that second swing. It was a 4 Dawn dedication, so not too bad in the grand scheme of things. 7k does end up resting the Ohm, so gonna have to pass the turn there. Punk Gibson, super clutch out of life as always. Just being able to rest anything, just solid. How do you bounce back from here though? We're gonna see a 5 into Ohm. Ohm is at 5k because of life being at 3. He is gonna let Ohm go though. We'll see another 6k coming into Holly. Holly is gonna get gone as well. And now 7 cost Luffy could work, but 7 cost Kidd does come down. I'd love to see this card. I still think this is like one of the... I love it personally. I still think this is one of the best blockers in the game. So fun. And Tommy's at 8 Dawn now though. Could end up playing Katakuri to get that back to life. Don't know if I saw a Katakuri in his hand though. I thought I saw a 7 cost Mom and a 9 cost Yamato, but I could be wrong. Yeah, but with Satori and leader, could still get the Kid in KO range here. I haven't seen any of these matches before today. I'm actually just kind of going over it as it's kind of happening. I didn't really get a chance to watch a lot of these because I've had a lot going on recently. But Ohm is going to miss on the Holly search this time. Does get to play it though from hand, which is always nice. If you got the combo, you got the combo. That many 5k swings is going to be pretty annoying. I'm pretty certain that Kid will have to save the Punk Gibson this turn just to be able to deal with one of them. Especially, swinging into life this turn, getting Ohm into that 6k range is pretty annoying. And we are going to see just one attached to Kid. We'll see the 9k swing, 8k swing into life, and then a 7k with Eustace Captain Kidd. Leader does end up taking both life here, plays the killer, and then is just going to pass with 4 active. So no Dawn attached to killer here makes you feel like, okay, it's definitely got 2 Punk Gibsons. It's going to want to play this match a little, this turn a little defensively, but Yamato is going to just get value off of KOing the killer anyways. We're going to rest 4 for 2 Punk Gibsons here, just for the 5k swing. Gets both of them out of it. Now, it does matter if Captain Kidd has 10 cost Dofi, because 10 cost Dofi would be exceptional right here. Just being able to get rid of the, just being able to rest everything that he has, or yeah, keep them rested on board until the, following turn. It doesn't allow the 7 cost Kidd to be really aggressive, but yeah, Doflamingo is super nice here, getting those 3 to be stationary. And now just passing the turn, Yamato is still going to be able to swing pretty heavily, but it's tough for Captain Kidd here. You do need to have 4 swings to be able to get through Enel having 2 life and the leader ability. But if he gets a blocker down, or a Katakuri, which is getting rid of that useless Captain Kidd, it just became substantially harder to make that dream come true. And now we'll just see a 7k to life is going to take that. A 9k to life is going to be taken as well. And now gonna have to block her up and figure out some type of way to deal with the situation that you're in at the moment. 12k swing into Yamato might just get countered out, or it might just let Yamato die. Either way, still very solid for Enel here, but 3 cards dropped to bring that up to 13k if I'm not mistaken. And oof, very tough for Arnell here to try and get through. And now picking up Usopp though from the Nami search, the last life is going to be the Captain Kidd, but with only probably like 5 cards in hand and the board that Yellow has on here, I think Tommy's just able to go for game. And now we're going to have a 7k swing coming in with Ohm. This does get over the Luffy blocker and kind of forces 2 cards out of hand, but he gets 3 instead. 3 instead, pretty good. Now we'll see 7 from Holly as well. This is just going to take the Kidd blocker. 7 from Satori. Yeah, just going to have to block in 1k, and then the rest, and that is game. Game first. The first game going to Enel here. Just Kidd wasn't able to keep up with the Ohm and Holly combinations. Just seeing 2 of those in that match was really brutal. I think 7 cost Kidd is nice, but in this matchup, playing up against Katakuri, it doesn't feel like the biggest value card because it just gets removed quite easily. But the second match, Arnell decided to switch over to Kuro here, and I tell you what, he is the resident green player at our locals. He has probably whooped me with Kuro or Kidd far too many times that I want to remember, if I'm being completely honest. Because I remember at the beginning of almost every set, you think that okay, nobody's going to be using starter deck Kidd, or nobody's going to be using Kuro or something like that, and then he just busts it out and you're like, oh my god, what in the world, and just kind of stomps all over you because you're not expecting some of the cards and you didn't tech for certain things. And he chooses to take first, I believe, or maybe I'm not sure if he chose to take first or if how the dice roll went for this one. But Shura is going to pick up Ohm again. Super solid combination. And now 3 Dawn up for Kuro. It does have options, but just chooses to go a big 8k swing into the life and passes it over. Kind of wants to probably just get a lot of resources in hand, play into some of the really nice 4 or 5 cost cards that the deck has to offer for Kuro. Another Shura is going to pick up a Gidatsu though. So Gidatsu almost okay. Yeah, swings 7. I was like, it almost makes me wonder if Tommy actually wouldn't swing at life here, just because with 5 Dawn, You know, he could get down like a Django or something like that, and then Gidatsu could just KO it. Gidatsu would essentially be able to KO anything played the following turn. But does get the Satori out of life, going down to 2 here, so now Ohm is going to get that buff once it comes down on the board. Katakuri does get trashed for that Satori though, so love to see that. And then Django is played. This does allow the leader to be reactivated, so another 5k swing came in and gets countered out by Gidatsu. So it doesn't even really have to worry about that too much anymore, but another 5k here is going to just drop the Jin. Jin is probably one of the most incredible cards of that list. If Jin wasn't locked, I think that card would be absolutely broken. But picking up Butchie right here, if he does have Sham in hand, that combination is actually really sick too. But granted, it's only going to be getting rid of the Searcher Shura here, because I believe it's a 2 cost or less. These 2 Brulés are the 3 costs, and now we'll see a 6k into Satori. Gonna have to drop a valuable 2k counter out of hand in order to protect it, but doesn't want to. Just gonna let it go here. Another 5 to life, and it's going to be Beji. Beji on Kuro is not going to allow the leader to attack yet again, but Sham does end up KOing the Shura, getting Butchie down as well, and then plays the last 2 for a Nami and gets that 2k counter into hand. Yeah, a lot of the times I didn't really see the combination of Kuro as that big of a threat until I played my man Arnell here. I was like, oh, that's pretty scary that you can just do that over and over again. And you know, resting the 2 cards like the Nami Searcher here, as well as maybe like Sham, since it's only a 4k, just allows for another swing and just like continuous pressure. It's really aggressive, even though sometimes you don't feel like you should be expecting that much aggression, and I really like that about this list. But a lot of bodies on board to be able to make some plays. The 8 cost Katakuri, you know, is I guess a threat, but it's not very much a problem just because of leader ability, as well as you know, just the overall ability of this list to rest a lot of the opponent's board. All these 5k swings are definitely quite annoying. Had to drop 2 cards from hand already. Is going to drop a 3rd with the Brule here. Blocks with the other Brule from the Django. And now, still with 8 Dawn to work with, there are options. You know, he could attach some to Nami if he really wanted to. Could play over another card to potentially get something rested. It just kind of depends if he's trying to keep this Nami alive or not for using leader ability, but does choose to trash the Sham and puts down a Krieg for 6. Not going to get any KO abilities, but it's still a 7k body with double attack for the following turn. So very nice indeed. And depending on, you know, if okay, does get the Yamato down, KOing Law. Love to see that, just because there hasn't been a lot of life reduction for Kuro so far, so still having that 5 right there feels extremely nice. The 5k swing is going to get countered for Butchie, but also a Hachan, and I believe it was a Kami. I can't remember what the other 1 cost card is. Does get the Django safe from the Katakuri attack, but I don't think the Yamato is really that much of a threat, especially with 2 cards in hand. Yeah, we're just going to see a 9k swing double attack here. Does get Sanji, trashes Thunderbolt, and gets Brule. Gets to use leader ability as well, trashing a Beji. So 2 blockers on board. Pretty dang good, but Jin says, no thank you. I'm just going to go ahead and swing 5 with Butchie. Last card is a trigger, but it doesn't matter. It's going to end up being game. Kuro, more aggressive than we thought. Love to see the Jhin combination and working well into the Enel matchup. But super solid matches and interesting all around. I thought you guys might enjoy. If you guys want to let me know your thoughts down below, that would be great. Other than that, I appreciate my friends here for letting me record the matches. Awesome games as always, and I hope to see you guys in the next one, all right? Peace.